With 21 years of cosmetic dentistry experience, Dr. Corey is bringing some remarkable services to his clients, and he is here to tell us more. And it's good to have you here on Insight.
Thank you, Dave.
So this is called, what is it, CEREC?
CEREC.
What does that mean?
Well, CEREC it's really just a computer. Everybody knows what a computer is. It looks like a tower with your monitor. The only difference is it has a really high-priced scanner or camera attached to it, so we can take digital images with it.
And so you take those images of my teeth, and then what happens?
Well, you know, if you were to go to a dentist that didn't have CEREC, you would, if you needed a crown or if you needed something done and they had to take an impression, they would put that goop
oh, yeah, right, yeah.
in your mouth.
Yeah.
You know, then some of it doesn't taste well.
Yeah.
Some patients have a bad reaction, can make them gag. With this, it's just a camera where we actually scan the tooth that we're working on or the whole mouth. It depends on what we're doing. And it takes about 2 minutes, and then you get a 3D rendering of the patient's tooth or the whole mouth. And then from there, we can actually, if we're doing a crown or an onlay, we can make that restoration right there while the patient waits.
So this not only do we get rid of the gagging and the bad taste, but it also then speeds up the process?
It's a single visit.
Wow.
Which, you know, patients, you know, sometimes you hear if they needed a crown, it was 3 or 4 appointments. Didn't fit the first time, or you had to wait 3 weeks and you had a temporary and a temporary fell off. And, you know, this is just a 1 hour, maybe 1.5 hour appointment, and you leave with the restoration and it's finished.
So then you say restoration. Talk to me, I guess, about some of the things that you would use the CEREC for.
Yeah, well, most people know what a crown is.
Right.
And a crown, I mean, there's nothing wrong with a crown. We do crowns probably about 30–40% of the time. But the whole beauty of the CEREC is that you can be more conservative. Instead of grinding all the enamel away from the tooth and really reducing, everybody who's had a crown knows that, you know, you kind of make the tooth smaller, narrower. You take all the enamel off the tooth and then you put a crown on it. With an onlay, instead of doing all that and being aggressive like that, you can just take the situation if there was just decay or a bad filling that went, you know, that had decay underneath it or tooth broke. You just clean that up and you take the scan and you can make a piece like a puzzle piece that just slides right into the tooth.
Wow.
So you're really saving a lot of enamel.
Now, is that considered restorative dentistry, or is that, so do you ever use the CEREC for some of the other cosmetic things as well?
You can do just about, you can do bridges with it, you can do the onlays of crowns, we can restore implants with it, we can do orthodontics with it. So whatever you would do with an impression, just an analog, just a regular vinyl impression with a goop, you can do with a CEREC. You know?
So. I love that the technical term is the goop.
Right,
I mean, it probably is though, because that's, I mean, you know, that the way it was. And just, yeah. So for people that want to get started, what's the best way? I mean, can they literally just call your office and learn more about this?
Most people, you know, they either come in with either a toothache or a broken tooth, if they're not already patients. You know, most of our patients are educated enough that they know. And we spent the time educating them on what we have technology-wise. But most of the time, it's like a patient has a metal filling. They've had it for 20-some years. The filling, they don't realize what the metal filling is doing to their tooth that whole time. It's cracking their teeth. And then one day they eat something. It could be just a piece of bread. And the tooth breaks. The filling stays in there like a trooper. But the tooth itself breaks. And so they come in and they have like a cusp missing. The fillings stay there. We just clean it out and do one of those onlays. And yeah, they just call the office and we set them up for an appointment.
Gotta love the technology. If you'd like to find out more about putting this technology to work for you to improve your smile, you can do that by giving Dr. Corey a call or visit the webpage. Either one. They're right there on the screen. We'll be right back on Insight.